How's it going, everybody? We are back again with another race analysis. Let's jump into it. Today we are riding along with myself, Jared. FTP 283, watts per kg is 3.9, weighing in at 160. Race age is 33. This is gonna be a quick video today. Got a little bit of a sickness. Sorry if I sound like I'm breathing out of my mouth. It's because I am. We're gonna be recapping the penultimate race of Speedweek. Let's jump into the stats. 40 minutes, just over 17 miles, average speed 26, normalized power 254, average power 226. So nothing crazy on the power output, mainly because this course has 6 corners. If you look up at the track map, you can clearly see that. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the coverage of Speedweek for these categories, hit the like and subscribe button. Send it over to your grandma so she can give it a shout as well. Appreciate it. All right, we are off. The gun has been shot. We are hitting this thing. Like I said, this is the penultimate race of Speedweek 2023. We are in Hapeville, Atlanta. It's a suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. And this course, man, is freaking awesome. It is 6 corners, super fast. There's a slight little rise coming into the last turn, but oh my gosh, man, if I had this course, if we could run this course like 3 times a year, dude, it would be so much fun. But you can see I am towards the rear right now, punching out a lot of watts to get on wheels to cover moves, but we will not sit here too much longer. Let's go ahead and jump ahead and get into the main race footage and give this thing a breakdown. All right, everybody, we've jumped ahead to 5 minutes in, and nothing's really happened. So if you can tell, the field is really strung out right here. We're coming up into the last turn. This is a slight rise into a left-hander. The road starts to get pretty crappy right here. It's just, we turn some rough pavement. There's a lot of potholes, a lot of congestion. We already have riders like blowing up. Check the rear cam, guys are dropping off. And you can tell it's fast because we're all single file right here. The whole goal for this race was to obviously get a good starting position. It is always really hard in larger, regional crits and races like this, like Speedweek. And you can clearly see, look up ahead, I've got gaps opening up and alarm bells are going off on my head. I've got to put down some power. Coming around a rider who's fading. I'm also going to come around this Mac rider on my left. And yeah, man, you got to send it into the corner. Mac rider wasn't too happy with me for some reason right there, so I just kind of let him know, man, dude, gaps are forming up in front of me. Look at this. We got to go. I'm not letting my race end 6 minutes in because I'm letting a gap open up and I'm being friendly going into corners. It's just the name of the game. You got to cover these moves when they happen, or your race is going to be done early. So get on a wheel relatively quick. It is still strung out. It is still really fast. And all I'm trying to do is be as smooth and as efficient as possible coming into all these corners. This is a really fun part of the course. It's slightly downhill right here into this fast sweeping left-hander, and it is so fun. Close up some gaps when I can, try to use my technical ability, well, what technical ability I think I have, to my advantage into this slight chicane. And now we're going to start going into like a slight uphill drag into another, fun little right-hander chicane. It is super fun course, guys. I highly recommend, if you can do any of the Speedweek courses, obviously like Athens gets a lot of clout and praise, but if you can make it to Hapeville, this course is awesome, man. So I made up all those positions. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable about where I'm at in the field, and so I'm just trying to keep moving up into the field as well. We'll skip ahead now to 13 minutes in. At this point, I finally made it to like the top 25, top 30 wheels, and all the attrition of the early part of the race has really run its course. You can see a small gap right here, a large gap in front of this Piedmont rider. We've raced with him all week. I know he's gonna bring this back. I'm confident he's not gonna let his race in, but still, I've got to be smart. We've got a rider who went down on the left. Hey, if you've watched our previous video, you noticed the bike he's on. That is a, I'm blanking on it. That is a lapped bike. That is I'm killing this right now. Either way, it's a bike you get whenever you have a mechanical, a pit bike. He got a pit bike. If you watch our previous video for Spartanburg, you'll know that, hey, they wouldn't give me one of those. Well, there's proof right there that they were handing those out the rest of the race. So USA Cycling, get your stuff together. All right, we've made it up into the group. Now is the time to maintain position and stay close to the front and just try and be smooth. I mean, it's a 6-corner course right here, and you can see I'm doing 600 watts out of every corner. The whole goal, the rest of this race, was for me to really be smooth, take the wheels when I could, and just be efficient. We have Bryce behind me, and then we also have 2 other teammates, Nick and Jake, who are in this race as well, and we'll see them shortly. All right, guys, pushing ahead. 17 minutes in now, 18 minutes, and nothing has really gone up the road. There's been a couple little flyers. It is going to be tough to see up the road because there's so many corners, and maneuverability is hard on a technical course like this. But right here, watch guy in orange socks. That's Chris Ames, buddy we ride with all the time. Perfect little move up here on the right, and as soon as I wanted to go with him, I just kind of like waited a little bit too long. I did use that momentum to my advantage. The peloton did slow up, so I gained a ton of great positions right there. I just really didn't want to burn any more matches. I'm already running hot at 187, so I slowed in behind this Piedmont rider, and I feel really comfortable about my position going into the second half of this 40-minute crit. This corner right here, this left-hand turn, was phenomenal. There's a couple reflectors right in the middle of the road, right, boom, there on the yellow line. You kind of either had to take the inside of those reflectors or the outside. You really didn't want to split them, because if you did, there was a high potential of, losing a front wheel or popping your rear tire. So, you just had to be really fun, really smart on that, and it was a great time. This uphill drag that we're doing right now into the last turn is actually pretty tough. It always got congested right here too, and you're always fighting for wheels, and it gets really rough coming out of this left-hander, and so you just felt like you were just doing so much power and just you weren't really going anywhere. Like, we're only going 22, and then we have attack up here on the left, and I'm out of position. I get blocked in a little bit. So all those spots I made by following Chris's wheel earlier in the lap, I just lost because I got boxed in with bad positioning on my part. This is the name of the game for this race, is just a yo-yo effect. It's like you move up a couple spots, then you move back a couple spots. It is cutthroat. The level of competition, we've said it before, for this Cat 3 series was great. I believe this is a Cat 2-3 race. Feel free to check me in the comments if I'm wrong, but you just got to cover stuff. Another 800 watts, and we're 20 minutes in. I'm just blowing matches left and right. All right, guys. Not a lot has happened since then. We just left at like 20 minutes in. Now we're at 35. We're coming to the closing laps of this race. We're at 2 to go, and it's been a lot of chase. You can see how far ahead the peloton is. It's super strung out. The leaders are. And it's just been super tough to move up. So position is crucial on a course like this. So if you guys are coming out to this race next year, get on the line early, make moves early, and fight for those wheels to stay top 10. Took that corner really well. Did have to put out a lot of power to kind of move up. Only moved up like 2 wheels. And now I'm kind of eating wind right here. This was a headwind part of this course, which made it really tough for a rider of my size to kind of keep momentum, and I really wanted to save myself. This right-hander right here, I know we haven't seen too much in the footage, was really tough to take if you had somebody on your inside, because they kind of dictated where you went, and if you hit that grass, you were kind of done. This left-hander right there is really fun. You could take that on the inside or the outside and feel really comfortable on your momentum, and didn't feel like it set you up bad coming into this downhill left-hander. Such a fun corner right there. And all I'm trying to do is follow my buddy Paul's wheel and keep moving up wheels, trying to leapfrog on the lily pads up to the leaders. But at this point, I'm rocking 190 BPM. You can tell how far away they are, and I'm just gonna have to burn so many matches, dig too deep to really contest anything for a podium spot, let alone a top 10. 600 watts again out of its corner. Coming into the last lap right here, guys. And we had a little bit of an attack, but you can tell we're getting carried down this front straightaway because we have a tailwind, and I just didn't have anything else left in me to like dive bomb these guys. And you know, I want to keep it a safe race. I could only move up as much as I could, so just try and play it safe. This is my race at this point, and I'm okay with that. It's getting strung out into this left-hander, gain a couple positions as I can, be super smooth, give it all you got. Another 700 watts. It's the last lap. You can tell it's fast. I mean, we're going 30 down this straight, and we're about to take a hard right-hander. It's like over a 90-degree turn. I'm losing a couple positions because guys are wanting to be aggressive. Take it as best I can. Catch a wheel. Stand up out of the saddle. Here we go, baby. There's not much room to move up on this little short section of road, so you kind of like are content where you're at. Paul does a great job right there by gaining 1 or 2 wheels on that inside line. And here I am. We're going probably the fastest we have all race into this left-hander, and check up in the right. There's a guy in the grass up here on the right. It's hard to see. Oh, he just pulled up on the curb. If you go back and hit that in slow-mo, you'll probably be able to see it. He like bunny hops the curb into the grass and gets back on course and maybe loses like 1 position. Superhero. We're hauling butt through this right-hand chicane, and it's a drag race up this hill. And you can tell I'm getting gapped. I'm gassed, guys. Left-hander, get out of the saddle, give it all I got, and all I got is about 600 watts, guys. Super hard race, very fun, very competitive, and finished about mid-pack. Nothing to write home about, but nothing to be mad about as well. Appreciate you guys hanging along. Thanks for dealing with my raspy voice, dealing with some sinus infection stuff. We'll be dropping the last video for Speedweek, which is College Park, very soon. Appreciate you guys hanging on. Catch you in the next one.
Oh, it's going to be tight on that turn, Frankie. Oh, 23 with the W.
Julian Rue taking his second.
Race
Day of the series with the win.